Welcome to the App Showcase, where we review Microsoft-related apps, primarily from the App Store, but also through trial versions. SV MacPack is a certified veteran-owned and HubZone consulting firm supporting primarily the U.S. federal government. In support of our customers' need to do market research on apps such as these, we started recording our review of these apps. We hope these reviews help you as well. In this video, we're going to be reviewing News Slider, the free version from Alma Scop. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. I apologize if I'm not. This is an app that's sitting on the Microsoft App Store. As always, I'll move fast, pointing out what I like and what would make me hesitate to recommend this app to my customers. My goal is to be as candid as I would be if just talking to my own team about this app. Hopefully the review helps you and perhaps even provides good feedback to the publisher of this app. Let's go ahead and get started by going to the Microsoft App Store page for this app. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see. I always start on the top left and work my way down. So 1.5 ratings, that's not too good there. Let's go ahead and look at the reviews really quick. 6 people. Okay, so this one I never really track. If you couldn't download the app, okay, well, so I might actually skip talking about it for a second and go see if I can download it, because I've made this mistake where I've talked a lot about it and then found out it didn't work. And that disappointed me. So I'm going to pop in really quick. I've got a link here to add apps to my site very fast. I'm going to hit Control V, enter. There it is. I'll click on it and go ahead and add it. Continue. Return to the site. Actually, the app added really easy and fast. So let me get back to... Okay, so it's loading right now, and that's perfect. Let me come back here. So the review on the experience, these guys all weren't able to download the app. I would submit that those 3 people just experienced a hiccup. I don't know what the hiccup was, but clearly, that dumped in there. I actually think that's kind of unfair, too, to be able to give somebody 3 ratings. Oh, it's just the same person, too. I'm not even paying attention. But anyways, okay, so looked like it was fine until the update. I'm not paying attention to anybody who says greedy, disgraceful. That's just not nice. I don't like it. I'm sorry. I'm just sharing my opinion as we go along. I guess that's part of what you get here. Okay, so looking here, there's an additional purchase that may be required. That seems odd considering this is a free version. So maybe we'll take a look at that in a minute. Looking down, this person's doing a lot of updates. So it seems to me they're constantly trying to improve it. That's a good sign. Unfortunately, the last time they updated it was almost 3 years ago. Let's go ahead and go down here. I look for the link to see about support, and I don't really, let's go ahead and click on it and see what we got. Comes up over here. News slider, SharePoint app to display the sites, video phone. Decent enough page, I guess, but this is not support. This is not support, so I'm going to get out of here and get back to the store where they're at. Excuse me. I look for support. When it says support, it should be taking you to a guide or to a actual support page. So next thing I look at is right here in the middle, just to see what's in here. It's clear that it's a carousel. So I'm not quite sure what this means, where it says it's a free app and it continues after 30 days. But we'll figure that out. That's actually less important to me, because if you like it, I think you should just buy it anyways. But here's the key features. Multiple various sources. That's cool. So it looks like it can pull from different areas. This is interesting where it says it can pull from YouTube. The Pro version, we're going to go over that, so I'm going to skip that. Description, news app, web part. Okay, so that's helps me understand. And it's getting this through lists. And I'm assuming when she says lists, it's a list in libraries. No one supports IE8. That's just not fun. All right, here's how to get hold of them. That's good. If you have, there's FAQs, but here's how to get on there. This is great. Look at this. It's showing you all the versions that they were doing. This is great that they put that in there. So anyways, that's fair enough. Let me go over to the pictures. This is always kind of helpful. As we look at the pictures, we can just see what's in here. I got to tell you, I'm not sure what that picture is supposed to be showing me. So I'm just going to go ahead and close it and see what the next one does. None of this is making sense to me, so let me keep... One of the things I'd like developers to do is to put an explanation on their pictures that says what feature they're trying to highlight. If I interpret this, though, it looks like you can do an overlay on top of the picture, the slideshow, and that looks pretty awesome. If that's just a web part that you can do that. So I'm going to skip to the next one. Here it's just showing how you administer the tool. That's pretty good and pretty helpful for sure. And then this guy, let's look at this. Okay, this is just showing how you can configure it and where it's at. So inside the administration part. Let's go ahead and look at it. Let's see if it loaded. Remember, that was a concern. And if it did, we can have fun with it. So I'm going to refresh here. It's the new slider, the free version. There it is. It's ready. And I'm assuming I'm supposed to just go to the web part, but let's find out. Oh, no. Wow. So this is pretty good. This is it's a good looking administration page. This is a great try there. So create the news for your sliders. I'm going to see how intuitive it is. This is really important. Customize the speed and appearance of your slider. Hey, publisher, misspelled word. Responsive, got it in there, the pro. So this is some of the marketing, that's fine. That doesn't belong there. And this is FAQs, and it sends you somewhere else. I wish the FAQs would just sit right here. Let's go ahead and see what it has us doing. So I'm going to click on some of these things. The news. So it created a news list in the background. Before I do anything else, I'm going to go look and see. So these are all hidden lists that it created. I'm looking here, and I don't see any list that showed up. So we'll see what's going on with that. But let me come back to this page. Where am I? I'm a little lost. Sorry. Okay, so it has the images in here. And these are samples, so these are fine. I usually like to use my own. But let's see what they got here for settings. Go ahead and edit the item. So it's got title. It's got all this text that could be on there. That's just where the picture's at. And it dumped it into a picture library. So this is just the metadata it's going to be pulling. This will be really interesting. So they're sending a link. You can add a link in there. This is a pretty advanced little app. Activated, so it's activated to me. You know, when you see that little checkbox, I'm not even seeing a user guide. It would be great if they had one, but at the moment it seems pretty intuitive. Let's just go see what this thing looks like. I'm going to cancel for a second. I'm going to come back to the configuration in a minute. I want to go onto my home page. Let's add this and let's see what it looks like, because at the moment it's looking like a pretty good app. So I don't know if, there we go. So let's go ahead and edit this page and find that app part, whatever it's called. Put it here on the right. Okay, so I'm adding it in, and because it has its own demo, look at this. This is pretty neat. Let me just save it and see what it looks like. I don't know what these are. Oh, these are the pages. Okay. So I can jump right to it. Oops, I clicked on it and it sent me somewhere. Complete our survey. Come on. Don't do that to me. Let me close that and get back to here. So this is looking nice, and I want to see in the administration section now, for example, let's look at some of this text. Whoa, what happened? Oh, so it's showing an example of how you can just throw that in, but this picture here is the one I want to do. Client relations campaign, Xana's Got Talent. Let me see if I can edit some of this pretty easily in here. So I think it was this one, client relation, edit item. Xana's Got Talent. Neil is the best. All cheer for the demo guy. Sorry, just having a little too much fun. Let me go ahead and hit save, and let's go back and see what happens over here. It was picture 2. First off, does it happen fast? No, let me try it again. Let's see what happens when it goes on its own. Okay, so it didn't update it really fast, but let me see. Do I have to refresh the page? So that's that first picture. Second image. It's actually looks like it's going a little random, which is fine. Here it is. There it is. Neil's the best. I'll cheer for the demo guy. Look how awesome that is. That's an awesome. I mean, I know a lot of people who would love this kind of free little app. Let me come back and just show you a couple of more things, and then I'm going to get out of this because I want to get out as fast as I discover that I'm going to make the recommendation that you download it yourself. And I'm already at that stage. What I want to find out is what else do they have for the admin. So here's where I can upload pictures. Okay, so I can upload pictures into the image library. I come back, go to categories. Let's see what categories we got. Okay, so you can just choose those. And those all, I think those all relate to how you're configuring it. And then here is the preview. I'm missing the speed time. Theme is elegant. Say okay. So that's fine how that stuff is looking. What I'm missing is the, oh, I see. On the Pro version, you can adjust the appearance and everything else. So that's, I mean, for a free version, that's pretty cool. And people were talking about it mimics the Microsoft slider, and that's fine. I think that's the one where people were saying that. Where's that review that said that? Down here. No, I'm sorry. It might have been the other app that I reviewed. But let me just go ahead and pause here because I think this one looks good enough that as a recap, I'm recommending you download this app for a more thorough evaluation within your own organization. You can also look for a future video I'm doing in the next few days that's going to review this News Slider Pro version from Alma Scop. And if that is anything like this one, I'm sure I'm going to recommend that you download that as well. I don't recommend you buy them. I'm recommending that you download it and do a more thorough evaluation in your own organization. So I hope you found this review useful as you evaluate various apps available to you and your organization. Please provide me with feedback in the comments, letting me know how I can make the App Showcase channel and these reviews more useful to you. Feel free to even suggest apps we should review, and we'll work to get them on the schedule. Finally, if you found this review helpful, please share a note about it on one of the social media platforms or just give it a thumbs up. I'm your host, Neil McDonald with SV MacPack. I thank you for joining me today and hope you'll join me again for other reviews.